There we go.
Thansu, Mr. Burns.
Tungsu Griffin, you're upside down.
Tungsu.
Tungsu, sir.
Tungsu Zach.
Tungsu.
Tungsu, a big bed. Ashland's there.
Griffin, fix it, please.
Tungsu.
Yes, ma'am.
Griffin, I was about to throw up. I was getting vertigo.
Tungsu, sir.
Tungsu.
Ashton, turn your video. There we go. Good job.
Yes, can you turn up the volume?
Hey, Ash. Hey, Tash.
Counters, thanks for it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go back.
Oh God, we need the thing. I'll get it.
No, you must be fine. Just make sure you don't cross each other's path. That's the line, okay? You stay in this middle row, you stay in that middle row.
Hi, Miss Kishore. How are you today?
Oh, good morning, Master Barnes. How are you?
trying to make sure Yash and Vansh don't brain each other, destroy the furniture.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally get it.
All right, Tungsu, sir.
Tungsu, Mr. Dunham. Tungsu Casey Dunham.
Tungsu, sir.
Oh no.
Are we having any other Dunai, as Mr. Z would say?
We're expecting all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Keep it like
that's the plan.
that. Okay.
And if you guys have staffs or something equivalent there too, I owe Luke one form at the beginning. Luke, are we going to do, where did he go? Where did Luke go?
I think he got kicked out, sir.
Well, if I had known I could do that, I would have done that a long time ago. Jonas Wall, I get to see his mouth and his chest again. Oh, there's the whole of Jonas.
Victor.
Ah, Victor's coming. Tungsu, Dr. Sullivan. Good morning. Tungsu, Victor.
Hi.
That's not the right response.
Tungsu.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Side Wazi's on. So, Sai, I want you to completely forget that you know how to unmute yourself because I don't want to have to come to your house and kill you myself. Is Liam hiding in the basement? Yes, because Kyle's upstairs. So Liam's hiding in the basement. Can you imagine fearing your brother more than COVID-19? Huh?
Just imagine getting a coronavirus.
I'm not going to imagine that at all. Victor, do you have a staff or some sort of broomstick or something? Can you get one?
I can go grab a stick.
Yes, Casey.
Ved's using a hockey stick. He wants to duplicate Sanders' efforts from Thursday.
Did I get a stick?
Yes, ideally, I know you don't have a staff, but something about this wide and maybe not quite as tall as you. But a broomstick works or anything like that.
Okay, I'll go grab something. Oh, stick.
So Jeffrey.
Success Barnes.
Froggy and Trisha are coming in. They need more staff too. Solomon, Tung Su Solomon.
Tung Su, sir.
So remember,
Success
guys,
Barnes.
Tung Su Jeffrey.
Sir, would this be a good staff?
Zachariah.
Let me see it. Hold- Step back a little so I can see it, Solomon. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I can do it with an 18-inch stick. You can duplicate everything.
Little skinny.
That's Mr. Vendetti.
Come see Jeffrey.
My mom's gonna go grab.
Why's your mom doing it, lazy? See, Solomon, I can do it with this. So, and that's only one inch.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, I owe, well, if he doesn't come back on, I don't owe him anything, but I owe Luke a form.
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Birthday.
How old are you?
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
19 years old?
What did you say?
How old are you, like 18, 19?
17.
17, okay.
Funny guy.
Tung Su Morris, Tung Su Mr. Surge.
Thank you.
And Alex Hayes, Tung Su. Senator Margolin with his hockey stick, I imagine. Remember, last day of staff week. Staff.
Here.
Who's in my bow staff?
Kieran's eating breakfast while he's joining us.
I'm good, kind of. Not really.
Mr. Z says we need 3 more or we can't start because we need at least 30. The Dunhams are definitely doing their part.
That's right.
I'm kind of good at the bow.
Tung Su, sir.
Tung Su, who's that? I don't- Chase, there you go. Tung Su Chase. Oh my gosh, all the Dunhams in that space with staffs, somebody's gonna die.
You should go in back there.
Yeah, go in the closet, Casey.
Yeah.
I think like 2 of us.
Cy, you're dangerous with that thing.
Yeah,
Chase, can you show the video, please?
Just real quick. Compromise. Quinn's not on. So does anybody have any idea what the definition is? Nobody at all, right? Nobody. Okay. Compromise is the give and take between people or groups that result in a mutually agreed upon solution. I have a question for you guys. Aside from the willingness to compromise, what's the most important skill, do you think, in coming to an appropriate compromise? Anybody? Raise your hand. Shout it out.
Maturity, sir.
Maturity. What about creativity?
Yes, sir.
It's funny. One of my best classes in business school was what you might think of as a throwaway class. It was a negotiations class. And negotiations is largely about compromise, right? One of the best things you can do, and try this out on your siblings. Since your siblings aren't with us in class, then shame on them, and they don't get the benefit of this wisdom. Change the game. You want chocolate, they want vanilla. Ice cream. Why not suggest cookies instead?
Yes, sir.
Change it completely. Totally cross them up. Okay. But I guess the biggest thing is, and I will tell you guys this right now if you haven't figured it out, compromise is a huge part of what's going on right now because we are all stuck in the house.
Yes,
We're all
sir.
stuck in a
Same
house.
people. Dr. Chu's stuck in a house with his wife and 2 kids who don't have jobs. He's going to
Yes,
figure
sir.
it out.
Everyone.
We're going to shame his
Stuck in
children.
a
who get
house.
jobs. All of my kids got jobs, right?
And everyone's stuck in a house.
Exactly. Rachel, what are you doing for work these days?
What?
Nothing. I'm teasing. Okay, so we're gonna get going. I promised Luke Anzalotti because he wanted to do something like Sajong in the last class, but the highest belt besides him was an orange belt. So we'll do Sajong. Which half, Luke? First or second half?
Second half, sir.
Okay. We'll do the second half of Sajong after our warm up. Then we're gonna get into our staff work. So we're also gonna turn this around because I had a complete brain freeze on Thursday. We're gonna turn this around. We're gonna use the mirror so we can mirror image it.
Do you need something, Victor?
Yeah.
What's up?
Kind of good with the bow staff. Not
You need to
really.
stop talking and start listening. You think you're good with a bow staff, you're going to be great with a bow staff when I'm done with you. Okay? So,
Oh.
there you go. Shh. I muted you all, so you can talk all you want. I don't care. And now Mr. Z is going to get this spun around. It's right back here. I got it. You got to spin. Give us a sec. Perfect shot of you. He's not teaching class, he's not dressed for it. Very particular, folks.
Okay. I'd rather take an extra 15 seconds and have it perfect, sir.
Okay, everybody face here. Turn your attention. Yeah, good. Sit back to me. Good. Okay, we're gonna do Dr. Chu and Luke got to do this in the last class. We're gonna start off doing the same thing we did in the last class, except instead of static lunges, we're gonna do forward and backward lunges. Okay, so I'm gonna start like this. I'm gonna go forward and then backward, and that's one. We're gonna do it 10 times each leg. Again, we're trying to get some blood flow and some heat up our muscles in our legs. So forward and back. Ready? Forward, back. 1, forward, back. 2, forward, back. 3, forward, back. 4, forward, back. 5, forward, back. 6, forward, back. 7, forward, back. 8, forward, back. 9, forward, then back. 10. Okay, so other leg, same thing, forward and backward. Ready? Forward, back. 1, forward, back. 2, forward, back. 3, forward, back. 4, forward, back. 5, forward, back. 6, forward, back. 7, forward, back. 8, forward, back. 9, forward, back. 10. Dr. Chu and Luke heard this already. I walked 18 holes of golf yesterday and got suckered into going for like an 8 or 9 mile bike ride. So my legs are hurting. Okay, everybody right leg back. Yeah. I'll pull a riggy, front stretch kicking again. It's a little early. Don't need to go max height. Don't get too aggressive. Feel your body. First 6, 7, go about 75% of your max height, and then the last 3, start pushing it, okay? Remember, legs straight, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep your hands up. 6, be aware of what your hands are doing. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Good, other side. Is that for me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Now knee yourself in the head. 8, 9, and key up. Yeah. Good. Okay. So from here, legs wide. From here, just hang down the middle for a minute. And again, for you young people, you're trying to figure out what this is. For the old folks like myself, and then the not quite so old folks like Mr. Dunham and Dr. Chu, feel it in your lower back and your hamstrings. Let them release a little bit. You put your hands on the ground, you take weight off. That's not what we want. So let your body, good. Bending to this side. Good. Other side. From here, bend back to this side, turn. We do this a lot, runner's lunge. Remember, again, push your back leg straight, heels off the ground, front knee. Turn a little louder. Front knee over your ankle, and then start pushing your pelvis towards the ground. Good, so Open towards me. Hand down, open away. Hand down, drop the back knee. Stand up. And again, we're going to push our hips forward. It doesn't matter if your knee goes out over your toes now, because this is all about the stretch in front of the leg that's on the ground. Good. Lean back. Put the front leg straight out. Reach down for your toes. If you're really flexible, place your fingers together, wrap them over like that. Okay. Good. Okay, up. We're going to switch. We're going to go first into this side like this, kind of a side straddle stretch, and then we turn. And again, long, narrow. Get the hips down to the ground. Open towards me. Open your chest. Hand down. Open away. And down. Drop the back knee. And again, we're up like this, pushing the hips forward. I was trying to figure out a way to play target dodging, but I just figured I'd trash my computer throwing targets at you. Good. Okay, here. Straighten that front leg. Feel it in that hamstring. You'll probably notice you're more flexible on one side than the other. Good. Okay, from here, feet in. Sit low. And again, when your butt hits your legs, widen it up. Again, chest up. Now, again, remember, fingers pushing down. Square my feet. So I'm pushing down with my fingers and pushing up with my butt. Hamstring stretch. Walk my feet in. Again, a little further. Good. Borrow. Turn around, fix uniform, feet right to the background attention. Good. Okay, face here. Chariot. And you bow. Say Kamsamnida. Tung Su. Okay, I promised Mr. Anzalotti we would do Sajang. You want to do the second half. What we're going to do is we're going to go from here, right? Normally, I would be here in the karate school, right? I just do my back fist punch here. 1, 2, 3. Here, right? So we're going to go facing each other, right? So from here, remember, cross, 45-degree angle, fighting stance. Here. Let me back up just really quickly. Victor's with us for the first time. Remember, you may not need to know this. It may be challenging. It may be a little frustrating even. Give yourself a break. If you don't know this, do your best. You're going to need to know it eventually. If you do know this, get better at it. Okay? Get better at it. That's what we're all about. We're not about learning stuff. We're about perfecting stuff. That's what we're about. Okay? So we're starting here. We cross, 45-degree angle, fighting stance, inside block. Make sure to keep that heel in. Elbow, back fist. And again, notice my chest. Turn, big shift. Front stance grab. Back leg knee strike. Yeah. Back. Remember, this hand's going to be the punching hand. This leg's going to kick. So I'm going to twist, back leg kick, punch. 1, 2. Under, 45. Block. Elbow, back fist. Shift, grab. Again, notice the differences in my stances. They look very different. Knee strike. Yeah. Back leg, front. Kick, punch. 1, 2. People mess this up. If you did the punches right, this is very easy. I just bring the hand on my side on top. I turn down the middle. 1, 2, 3. Stepping out, low block, chop block. And now, like we did in the basic class, Luke wanted this crescent, 360 jump, spinning crescent. Don't go yet. I know some of you know this. The 360 jump spin, you're going to hit the palm of your hand twice with this leg, okay? So we'll go together now. Crescent kick 1, put it down. Now remember, turn this heel to take the hops out. Turn, 2, elbow, load, yeah. Notice groin here, filter from here. Slide up, tongue soup. We'll do that one more time, and then move into our staff work, okay? So, everybody, we come from here. Crossing, 45, block, elbow, back fist. Back, grab. Notice crisp movement, nothing sloppy or floaty. Everything has its place. Knee straight. Yeah! Good fighting stance. Remember, twist, back leg. Kick, punch. 1, 2.
So Master Barnes ends up with the same hand and foot out. It's not opposite hand, opposite foot. Same hand and foot out.
I've been stressing this so much, and you guys must not be listening. You need to punch with the correct hand, right? So we were all here. So we went elbow back, fist, shift, grab, knee strike here. This is my left hand. It's a reverse punch first. I'm going to kick with my right foot and punch with my left hand first, right? So again, you guys need to get this right because we got people who do the same thing. In other words, they punch left hand first on this side, which is right, but then they do it on that side too. It's not correct. You have to do it in balance. So back leg front kick, kick, punch, 1, reverse punch, and then lead hand punch. Now this hand goes under here. And again, we've been over this section of this form a million times because there are a lot of technical details you have to care in order for it to be right. Elbow, back fist, shift, grab, good crisp motions, knee strike, back. Again, this hand, the front hand, I don't care if it's left or right, in this case it's my right hand, is gonna punch first. And it's really important because the next move flows from that. Back leg front, kick, punch, 1, 2. This hand, see? Now, if I had this hand out, this wouldn't work. I'd have to change my hand. All I do is drop this hand, come down the middle, 1, 2, 3. And remember, not completely straight. You're thinking about these 2 knuckles and these 2 knuckles hitting the same target, so they have to be bent in order to stay flat. Good, this hand on top, step out, low block. Remember, under, kick the back heel in, chop block. Crescent, jump, spinning crescent. So from here, back leg, crescent, you put it down, spin that foot. 360, jump, spinning crescent, elbow, load, good, and you can see I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and those punches are exactly where I want them. Slide up, tongue soup. Okay, we're gonna go into our staff work. For those of you who haven't been in a class this week, I'm just gonna remind you, and Solomon Kerner showed me, you don't need a full-size staff to do this. You don't need a staff at all. If I wanted to practice figure eights, one-handed figure eights with no staff at all, I can do that, right? I can practice low block. I can practice a form. We actually had one student, Miss Hagenbarth, if you may remember, had a wrist issue. She actually tested and did staff one-handed, right? She did staff form number 1 with one arm, okay? So I'm gonna use this, and I picked the gold one because it contrasts with my uniform. We're gonna go back again. We're gonna do what we did earlier in the week, which is we're gonna do staff skills 1 and 4, okay? Then we're gonna get into the staff forms a little bit. I'm gonna do the second half of staff form 1, and I'm not gonna mess up staff form 2. We're gonna do that, a little of that. Second half of that, because it's got so much width to it, okay? So remember, we're holding a staff. You hold it like this. To get your attention position, you take this end without letting go and put it under like this, right? This is my attention position. Another way to look at it is I bring my hand, I don't bring my hand under, I put my palm facing me, thumb hooks under, fingers on top, okay? Everybody, trade attention. Come you bow. Good. And remember, for our chumbi, hand comes across, I bring my free hand in between my arm and the staff with my palm facing me, and I step out, right? So attention, ready, like that. Rule number 1, I'm going to remind you guys of this. Do not let go of the staff. When we get to staff form 2, there will be places where you actually switch hands and things like that. Do not let go of the staff, because we get people doing this all the time, and they oppose their hands, and they're doing this, and they're doing this, and they're doing this, and then they bring their hands back and they're opposed like that. You do not take your hands off the staff, okay? So staff skill number 1, and we're going to do the same thing. I want to remind you guys, anybody who's in the red belt testing cycle, the next time you get a blue testing form, look on the inside of some of the things we're grading. Weapons handling is one of them. Just because we can't do the entire form together right now does not mean that you can't improve your staff forms or your staff skills. You need to be comfortable with the weapon. You need to know how to manipulate the weapon. If we do nunchucks, nunchucks are the most obvious example of this. We have people who can do nunchuck form who look like they would rather be holding a snake. That means their weapons handling needs to improve. Then we've got people who look really comfortable. They're boom, 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 boom. They're good weapons handlers, okay? So from here, chumbi. So remember, senior belts, you're gonna be turning a normal figure 8 into a reverse figure 8. And you're gonna be stepping, right? So I turn this way, and it becomes, and I'll start normal here, and you'll see. I come this way. Now it's reverse, up, over, and now it's normal, okay? For the junior belts, that's anybody below black belt. We're gonna do just normal figure eights, okay? Before I start, I'm gonna break it down for the senior belts, people who need to know staff skill number 1. You've got to remember that this is a strike down the middle. It's not this, this. You're reaching out. Think of a ridge hand strike to someone's head, right? So boom, which means look at my body twisting. I don't keep my shoulders square because that means it's all wide, okay? So senior belts, go ahead. And if you get tired doing it, that's good. Your forearms are gonna get stronger. Junior belts, take the staff on this side. Remember, we turn the staff all the way over. Then we drag it across. Once it's on this side, we leave it on this side until we turn it all the way over. So this is on my left side. My left hand has to be down in front of me. Now my right hand has to be down in front of me before I move. And again, senior belts. So we're going back here, 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 there, there, there. Good, and then over time, and again, if you look at this from the side, you notice my arm goes straight. I'm not doing this. This is like baton twirling. This is because I'm reaching out. I'm striking out. So the top hand goes straight. I'm pushing. The other thing I want to note is if your hands are really far apart, that's too far. Sorry. Like this, the staff moves slower. You don't want your hands close together. I've heard one fist. It's a little more than one fist from here. Having your hands the right width is important. Good. Okay, Varl. We're going to move on to staff skill number 2. Or I'm sorry, number 4. Number 4, because we're going to do the staff form, we got all the skills in it. This is one-handed figure 8. Again, for the senior belts, I want you to do one-handed figure 8s and practice switching hands a little bit. For the black belts, after you do that for a little bit, I want you to work on you can do the whole sequence from the form where it comes from here, right? Right. So it's boom, boom. Like that. But work on that skill because that skill, like the nunchucks, is something that you learn, and we're going to do both sides, okay? So for the junior belts, think of this. From here, imagine this is a hammer. Whack, whack, like that. I hit down, boom. Bring it back up to where it started. Hit down, bring it back up to where it started. Down, stand sideways, don't stand forward. Down, like this, right? So you see, I'm doing this from the side. This is our right hand. And again, senior belts, I want you to keep switching hands, push it over. Junior belts, just people who don't have a lot of experience with the staff, just do one hand to start. And then push it over and switch on your own. This will definitely make your forearm stronger. You notice again, this is a strike. So my arm straightens there, it shortens, straighten, straighten, straighten. Remember, you're going out, okay? So we're going this way, I'm going towards you. Good, okay, senior belts, keep working on it. Junior belts, switch hands. There's no such thing as a right hand or left hand in martial arts. We're working on ambidexterity. Same thing, hit down, comes in front of me. I bring it back up with a bent arm, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, bent, straight, bent. And then you get more comfortable. And again, remember, I don't have a death grip on this thing, right? You notice when I do this, I hit and my hand goes loose. I squeeze to strike and I relax to return. Good, okay, Varl. We're gonna get in the staff form. We're gonna do staff form 1. I'm gonna do the first half once with everybody. And then I'm gonna turn and face you because we're gonna work on the hard part, which is the down the middle part from here. Okay? We'll do the first half, the first part. This is called Bong Hyung Chodan. Bong means staff, B-O-N-G. Bong, staff, Hyung, form, Chodan number 1. Okay? So everybody tuck it under, chair. Yeah, chungi. Good, say Bong Hyung Chodan. Okay, I'm gonna step forward with this foot, low block, but I'm gonna drop my back knee into my chest, jump switch. Pull my hand down. You gotta get these punches right, just like Sajan. Punch right, punch left. Step out. Low block front stance. Remember, this hand goes under. Horse stance, behind the back. So it's like I did an inside strike behind the back. I'm going to turn backwards, low block front stance, chest high block. And again, remember with high block, a couple things. One, we get students who are here, which is wrong. We get students who are here, which is wrong. I go there as far as I can, and I just unlock my arms, and that's it. Pull down on my front hip. Back leg does a front kick, and then we're going to step behind. So front kick, whoops, wobble, step behind thrust. Yeah. We'll do that one more time, and then move forward. Hold on, I've got a producer's note here real quick.
That's for after.
Okay. So if you guys are not behaving as though you were standing in front of me in the karate school right now, I will find out. Master Vendetti's watching. Okay? Everybody to me. One more time, say Bong Young Chodan. This is the last time we'll do the first half, and we'll do the second half. Stepping out, low block. Notice my knee close to the ground. Jump switch. Pull down, punch. Good. Step forward. And again, remember, right hand to left armpit, like I was slapping myself in the armpit. Low block. Now I'm going to do this, which is the same thing on the other side. That's low block. I just raise it up, and I'm going to turn it into a horse stance. Turning sideways, horse stance, inside strike. And again, I'm thinking temple. I'm going to shuffle back so you can see my feet the whole time. Back leg turning. Low block. Chest high. Pull down. And you notice I'm aiming it right here between my eyebrows. I'm going to try and kick right out in front of that staff. Back leg front kick. Kick. Step behind. Yeah. Thrusting. And I'm sorry, I've got a monitor right there that I use to watch myself, and sometimes I get fixated on the monitor rather than you guys. Okay. So after that, if we did that, we would turn, do our low block, high block, kick, punch, punch. What we're going to do is we're going to jump right to the second part because this is complicated. And for the junior belts, you're going to struggle with this. That's okay. For the senior belts, you're not going to struggle with this, but you should because a lot of you need to work on this, okay? So we're in fighting stance, low block. Let me show this to you first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do figure eight, 1, 2, and then I'm going to do a side kick, thrust, low block, okay? But here's the thing you need to understand. Most of you guys are outpacing your staff, right? So you're walking, and you're supposed to be side kicking now, and you haven't even finished your figure eights, okay? So, let's see, kick, no, I'm sorry. So, I did that wrong. So, okay, so I did, yeah, low block, high block, kick, punch. Down the middle. So, left foot's in front, I had it backwards, right? 1, 2, side kick. No, I've got that back. I'm sorry. I've been inverting everything so much. So we're here, and we should be able to do this both sides. So from here, watch. My feet don't step. 1, and now as this starts moving for the second figure eight, I step, side kick, thrust, low block. Now I got to spin backwards. Horse stance low, jumping inside straight. Yeah. Notice I didn't change. I didn't change my hands. I just went low, jump, boom, like that. Okay. So we're gonna do that again from here. Good. So we start here. Okay. I don't know why. Let me just do this. So low block, high block. Okay. So we're here. Fighting stance low. 1, you notice I haven't stepped. 2, kick, thrust, low block. Back spinning, low, jump high. Yeah. Like that, okay? We'll do that sequence one more time, and then we'll do the final sequence, which is back and forth this way. So low, punch, okay? So from here, fighting stance, low block. And again, notice, again, senior belts. You watch. If I start stepping here, I'm toast. I'm going to do a full figure eight here. And when this hand comes over, so I lead right into the kick, the turning, and you notice also that my body's turning, right? If I do this facing you, I got a lot of work to get a side kick up, okay? So from here, we go down the middle, low block, figure eight, 1, 2, side kick, thrust, low block. Back turning. 1. Yeah. Good. Okay, slide up, tongue soup. So what we've done to this point is we've done basically 60 or 70% of the form. The last piece is important because it goes back to our staff skills. We're going to do low block fighting stance, front stance punch with a full figure 8 switching sides. Like that. So watch. When I switch directions, and I'll do it this way. Shift, punch. When I shift directions, I'm doing a full figure 8 as I turn. I'm going to stand a little closer to the screen for this so you can see some of the details. So from here, what we want to do is we're going to turn this way to your left. Fighting stance, low block. Good fighting stance, right? If you look at this head on, see my staff has cleared my body, but the tendency is people collapse their fighting stance. Fighting stance low. I'm going to bring the whole staff to this side. Punch. Now here's the hard part. Again, patience. Turn it over and then drag the tip around. The staff is pulling me into my next position. Here's my low block on the other side. Whole staff on this side. Punch. And now I'm going to leave it on that side and do a full figure 8. I turn it all the way over. Down the middle. Low block. Chest high. Pointing here. Back leg does a front kick, but it's got to return. Back leg front kick. Yeah. Step back. Punch 1. Punch 2. And bar off. So for the senior belts, anybody, let's say advanced red or higher, when you go from here, I want to make sure that this is a fluid motion. In other words, it's not 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start a figure 8. Right? So from here, I'm going to start a figure 8. I saw it off right there and shift into that good aggressive punch. And I'm using my hips. It's giving me the chance to turn this trail hip into that technique. So this foot has to turn. So we'll do that one more time and then we'll move to staff form 2. Everybody chew deep. Good. Okay, so fighting stance low. Remember, staff comes to this side, shift, punch. Good. Now again, it's on my left side. It's not going to cross my center line until it's turned all the way over. And then the tip drags around. Low block the other side. Shift, punch. And again, turn it all the way over. Now it's over. It can cross my center line. Low, chest high, pull down. And again, aim it right between your eyebrows. Good. Back leg, front kick. Yeah. Step back. Punch 1, punch 2. And bar up. Remember, where the staff stops is really, really important. When you're doing low block, that's not a low block. It didn't clear my body. My checkpoint, a lot of you heard this, my checkpoint, I'm looking at myself in the camera right now, is that basically this staff is parallel with my lead leg, the upper part of my lead leg. When I do an inside strike, boom, the tip is right here. And the reason for that is very simple. If I stay parallel with the floor and I move this around, that's my temple. That's a soft spot in our skull, okay? So we're gonna move on to staff form 2. And I'm actually gonna do the entire section, boom, boom, here. I know I'm gonna lose some of you. I know I am, because there's a lot of weapons handling involved with that little section right there. But the first part everybody can do. We're gonna use our 3 basic stances: fighting stance first, front stance second, horse stance third, right? We're gonna do blocks, punches, and thrusts. So from here, Uchimi. So say Bung Hyung Idan. Bung, form, Hyung. I'm sorry, Bung staff, Hyung, form, Idan number 2. So I'm gonna go just like we did at the end of staff form 1. I'm gonna turn fighting stance, low block, but then I'm just gonna pull it up into an inside strike. I'm gonna shift here into a front stance like we did, punch, punch. So the only thing is we added an extra move in each of these. Now I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna shift into a horse stance facing you, thrust, inside strike. Same thing other way, fighting stance. 1, 2, shift, punch, punch. In my good front stance, pull back, thrust, here, inside strike. Now, this part, bring my left foot to my right and my left hand to my left hip. I'm gonna step back and punch, punch. Now from here, I've got to tilt. I'm doing uppercut, which I totally fanned on, doing an invert on Thursday. I'm gonna tilt like this because I want to think about bringing the tip of my staff up under someone's chin. So I'm gonna step forward, uppercut, and then snap my body straight, 2 punches. Watch, I'm gonna turn my lead foot sideways. I'm gonna hook this foot behind it. This is actually a leg sweep, it's not a block. I'm sweeping someone's legs out from under them. Now I'm gonna stand up a little bit, get in my horse stance. See the staff like this? Use it like a hammer. Boom, Bring it back to this hand, shift into front stance.
You
Right?
had it, Mr. Dunham.
Ready? Pretty good. So back leg front kick with a key up and then a low block. So back leg front kick. Yeah. Low block. Now, hang on to your hats. I'm going to step into a horse stance, thrust that way, inside strike. This is where we lose everybody.
But watch, Master Barnes is now in a horse stance. So you bring your back foot up. You bring your back foot up, and then you move into that horse stance.
Low block. I went like this. Boom. Stepped into my thrust. And then did an inside strike. Now, here's where I lose people. I switch it into my left hand. I'm going to start my figure eight. Switch hands behind me. Oh, where'd it go? There. I'll take it a little further next time. I want to show the group what I just did.
They hung in there pretty well, Master Barnes.
Okay, good. That's great. This is, trust me, when black belts, this is the last piece of material that a black belt learns before they test for second degree black belt. So it's high level stuff. But what happens, so I go thrust, inside strike. What I'm doing is once I get it here behind me, watch my hands. I bring my other hand, both of my palms are facing you. Thumbs on top. I switch hands. Both of my palms are facing down. And again, here, like that. And I would tell the senior belts, when you get good at this, what you end up doing, so I go from here and I'm gonna do this, and I generally just do a release move where I just let go. I don't worry about bringing my hands together. I just pop. I'm a little more careful up top. So we're gonna do that, and I'm even gonna take you through the strike that comes next, because that's another point of issue with everybody. So Chudi. One more time, say Bungyang Yidan. And again, if you have to shuffle in place, I'll do this whole segment. I'm gonna stand right here. This is a place where I know I'm not gonna bang into anything. I'm gonna do it in place. I'm not gonna travel forward, backwards, side to side, right? So I'm gonna turn, low block, inside strike. Shift, punch, punch, thrust, inside strike. And black belts, where are you thrusting? You can tell where I'm thrusting, right? This is against my solar plexus, it's parallel with the floor. It's actually a little below, so I've got a little upward angle to it. But that's by design. I don't like thrusting. I like a little upward angle. Good. The other way. 1, 2. And that's me, for me personally. Shift, punch, punch, pull back. Thrust, inside strike. Now remember, all I think of is left foot in, left hand, and left hip. Step back, punch. Good. Now I'm going to shuffle here. Watch. I'm going to tilt. Uppercut, punch, punch. Low. Now I'm going to shuffle. Horse stance. Shift, punch. Now I'm going to front kick and key up, and then I'm going to shuffle. Front kick, yeah. Right? So it's front kick here, and then I'm going to shuffle, low block. Here we go. Thrust, inside strike. I'm going to get closer. Watch my hand. My left hand, all I do is I rotate the staff around. So I'm going to turn my left palm up, and then there. Now from here, I'm going to show you this from the side. This is important. I bring it here. I want it to stay perpendicular. There are a lot of people that are doing it up here. So it goes perpendicular behind, right? Here. Now the next part, I can't really stay stationary for this. Get as far to the right of your space as you can. I want you to think of a strike. I've got too many people who are doing this like it's just some sort of change in ballet jump, right? So if you look at this from the side, their arms are in and they're changing like this. This is a strike. See how long my arm is? What I think of when I'm here is I think of hitting someone with a ridge hand. Just going, boom, as hard as I can, okay? So from here, your hand's here, you're gonna reach out and strike, and you're gonna follow the staff. And I can do this, I actually can do this in place. Here, right? So it's here, there, okay? So we'll do that part one more time, the whole form that far. And again, this is about the Master Sculpt students particularly. Know the points of emphasis in this form. Much like Sajang we did at the beginning, that whole section we did is a very important section that we pound on with you guys. So Chudi, last time, say Bungyang Yidan. Right, so I'm gonna do it normally here. So 1, 2, good fighting stance. You see my legs not collapsed in like that. Shift, punch, punch, good front stance. Shift, thrust, inside strike. Other way, 1, 2, shift, punch, punch, horse stance, thrust, inside strike. Here, step back, punch. Now I'm going to step forward. Remember, I'm curving my body so that I can get this out in front of me. Otherwise, if I don't, it comes across like that. So step, uppercut, punch, punch, hook behind, low. And again, leg sweep, boom, like that. Bring it over your head, downward strike, pull it back, punch, good. Back leg front kick with the key up, yeah, low block, good. Here we go, shift, horse stance, thrust, inside strike. I'm gonna go full speed, you guys take your time. So from here, 1, boom, right? And now from here, remember, this is a strike, so I'm reaching out as I hit. And I picture hitting myself, hitting someone right here. So hit, boom, here. And then we would go into that, okay? So let's back up. Everybody face here, feet together. We got to throw the dice a couple times. Touch it. Niba. Say kamsamnida. Tosu. So Mr. Z is sitting here eating, and then he gets to throw the here, let me see real quick. Cube of exercise. My guess is that we're going to get this frequently.
All right, I'm going for water break.
Here. Ooh. You got water break as the last one in the last class. Oh no! 10 burpees. That stinks. That's the worst one on there. Okay, 10 of them. Squat, thrust, burpees. Remember, down, kick your legs back, do a push-up, and jump. Oh my gosh. Okay, way to get our Saturday off to a great start. Ready? Go. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway home, 6, 7, 8, 9, slow push up on this one. 10, no repeats. Hit me. Oofa, he's going for the groin. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's missed water break by a mile, but it's perfect symmetry. 25 crunches. Mr. C's in a bad mood today, I guess. So, remember from here, legs up. It's about getting your shoulders off the ground, not about nodding your head. So I'll say up and count them, like I said. Exercising, coaching the whole time are easy if you don't need to breathe, okay? So, what I do, up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, okay, 1 more. Unless it's water break, then 2 more. Give me. Had to work for that one.
Listen, I can't make it easy.
Oh! So we got our chest, our back, our abs. Now we got to do frog jumps. Again, touch the ground and jump. For the tough guys, when you jump, bring your knees up, okay? So 10 of them. Ready? Down, up 1, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, okay. Not as much of a hardcore exercise thing as last Saturday, but turn around, fit your uniform. You don't turn back around, attention. Okay, everybody face here. Trick. You bow. Say kamsamnida. Tongsu. And again, pretending Master Vendetti is standing right here with me. Facing Master Vendetti. Trick. Savanam keeping a. Kamsamnida. Tongsu. Okay, I'm coming in. Can I give you the mirror? Get your hands. Thank you. Okie dokie, let me get you guys off mute. Let me see. Okay. So gallery view. Let me get on and unmute you. Okay. Just real quick, a couple things. I know it's tough. I'm trying to figure out ways to not get stale with some of the weapons and some of the techniques that take a little more space.
Yes, sir.
So I hope everybody got through this without crashing their houses. The other thing, and I'm going to say this for everybody's benefit. I said in the last class, I need you guys, if you got a lot of ambient noise or nonsense, please. What, Victor? I can't hear you. Somebody's insanely. I'm going to mute you guys. There's a whole bunch of chatter here. Okay. Mute. Continue. Okay. I want to make this point, and it applies to everybody, but some more than others based on talking to the instructors and observing, Master Vendetti, Master Coughlin, Ms. Linton are observing you guys. So we do have eyes on you, which is one of the unique things about our virtual training. Most other places are not having instructors on board. So I want to make sure that to thank again Master Vendetti, Master Coughlin, and Ms. Linton for volunteering their time. But you need to treat this like you were here. Okay? I know you're not, but you need to treat it like you're here. You need to treat it like you're here because the respect that we teach here does not dwell just here. It's everywhere. Our hope is that this is a test tube where you come to figure it out and then you take it outside. It's reverse infection. It's infection of a better kind. My hope, Master Vendetti's hope, Master Coughlin's hope, is that you guys are the future of this country. Not the knuckleheads who don't have the discipline to do the kind of things that you guys are doing. But you need to practice it like you were here, because whether it's disrespect, if what you're doing during this class is considered disrespectful or inappropriate or whatever at home, here, then it's the same thing at home, right? So make sure, I would encourage you guys, I could train, I could make an excuse, I could put t-shirt on and all that other stuff. I'm going to put my uniform, I take my uniform home, I wash it just like I was teaching every single day. You need to treat this like a karate class in a karate school. I know you're not in a karate school, but trust me, the other thing is if you build bad habits, they'll follow you back to this place. And a lot of you have heard this story when there was a time where Mrs. Barnes, who has been a black belt, an advanced red belt pre-test 2 student for 22 years. She wanted to move forward and she would come here and work with me because we had little kids. And it didn't work. And the reason it didn't work is because looking at me and saying, yes, sir, was something that she just refused to do. And controlling her interactions with me was something that was challenging for her. And I was concerned that she would get casual and then she'd go and she'd eventually train with Master Smain and she'd talk to him that way and that wouldn't work, right? It is a very real thing. So if you guys are taking these classes and you're not treating them like you were standing in front of us, if you're not behaving in a way that you think we looking at you would think was appropriate, then you need to change that. Because I'm going to tell you something. Eventually you will all be back here. The other thing is, your life has changed. What the normalcy comes as much from the routine. When you guys are, I know a lot of you guys are still in virtual school. It's not for me to say, but get up and get dressed like you were going to school. If you have a school uniform, don't do that. But you understand what I'm saying. Don't sit around in your boxer shorts or whatever. Get up and get dressed. I told people, I'm shaving every day that I would shave when we were here. The only times that I need to be shaving are when I'm on the camera with you guys, right? But I'm trying to keep that semblance of normalcy in my life. It's very important that you keep as much of your established routines as you possibly can. And you conduct yourselves the way you are expected to conduct yourselves outside of this shelter at home situation, okay? So make sure, again, maintain a sense of normalcy. Keep doing the things that you know you would be doing if we weren't required to be at home, to whatever extent you can. Okay? So great job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed staff week. We'll try something else, but I'll keep working with the staff. Victor, why don't you shoot me an email? I know you're testing. You can ask Master Vendetti, bud, okay? So we're going to sign off now. Everybody have a great weekend and enjoy the great weather. Tung Su.